Cordial welcome to the Keynoters Toastmasters Club. I'm TM Vidya, the Sergeant at Arms for this amazing evening. I would like to begin by stating the mission of the Toastmasters Club. I request all of you to keep your right hand on your chest and say it in your mind. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Some golden rules to be respected during our online meeting. All attendees mute their audio if you are not speaking. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. If you want to communicate, please use the chat function, which will be open for all of you to express your suggestions and ideas. You can use the reaction buttons to show your applauses. Refrain yourself from talking on the three taboo topics: religion, sex, or politics. Kindly avoid movements, eating, drinking, which may distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. I would like to give this screen to our energetic Toastmaster who has been in this journey for many years, the President, TM Nilu. Let's give a big round of applause for welcoming our President, TM Nilu.
Thank you very much, all of you. As President, I declare open today's meeting number 99. Welcome to our meeting. We have few guests, so let us have their introduction. Before I ask for introduction, can I request, there is one raise hand button. Can I request all the guests who are here, please use that raise hand button. No, put raise hand button. It will be there. You don't know. Yes. Vidya, you are not now.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Pradeep, whoever, all the guests, can you request all of them to put their virtual hand, raise hand, so that I can easily identify who are the guests. Yeah, we have a guest from Dubai itself, Toastmaster Rajeshwari Nandishwar. Please, can you introduce yourself in 30 seconds for benefit of our members?
Good evening, Keynoters, Toastmasters Club members. I'm Toastmaster Rajeshwari, the instant assigned general evaluator by the President. And I wish all of you all the very best for your performances in your assigned role for this particular meeting. All the very best. And back to you, President Toastmaster Murali.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Can I have introduction from Toastmaster Pradeep Modi?
Hello, good evening. Toastmaster
Good evening.
Pradeep here. We are here to cheer up Toastmaster Varda. She is my mentor also. So all the best to Toastmaster Varda.
Thank you very much, Pradeep, for joining us in this meeting. We have all the way from Sri Lanka, the name made Toastmaster Dhananjaya. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Toastmaster Murali. I am Dhananjaya. I'm from CMA Dubai Toastmasters Club, and I'm a Sri Lankan, as you said. So thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Ayubowan. We have Namaste. We have Toastmaster Aryan all the way from my city, Hyderabad. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Aryan and I'm from Hyderabad Toastmasters. And I'm an engineering student right now, and I'm very glad to be here. This is my first international meeting and I'm so excited for it.
Welcome. Oh, that's great. I can take you every day, if not once, twice a day. I can take you around the world free of cost. Okay, welcome, and happy to have you with us. I have one young lady all the way from Delhi, I think. She is the Lakshmi, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Good evening, distinguished Toastmaster Annadatta. It's a pleasure. And wherever you go, we follow you. So that's one thing, because I know that it's going to be a wonderful session. And I wish all the very best to all the participants. Keep rocking. Thank you so much.
An intro about your Toastmaster background.
I am into Toastmasters since 2021 January. Though Toastmasters is new to me, but I'm sorry, I'm new to Toastmasters, but Toastmasters is not new to me. Both my daughters are already distinguished Toastmasters, and they are in this field since 2014. Now I pulled my husband also into this, and I'm looking for any other family members who can get into this beautiful world. Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Lakshmi is very lucky because our daughter is the admin manager for District 41, which is in India. And here comes the heroine of the day, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nilu Sharma. I want you to just give a brief intro. When I come to introducing you, I will do a better role. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nilu Sharma. Right now, I am in Kolkata, and I am from Bihar. I joined Toastmaster in 2010, and after that, I left and shifted to Delhi. And again, I joined Toastmaster in 2017. So I really love to conduct meeting, attend meeting, and received many awards too. But still, I'm struggling in my communication, and I am right now imperfectly perfect woman who wants to improve her speaking skills, whether in Hindi or English. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Namaskar, Ashon, Toastmaster Nilu Sharma. You may not be, I don't know whether you know that my father's place is also Kolkata.
Great.
Okay. Toastmaster Harish, iPhone 11 Pro Max. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hi, good evening. I am Haris. I am very new to the Toastmasters. I am from Dubai. I am from the CMA club.
Very good. We welcome you to this Toastmaster meeting, and welcome to Toastmaster family also. What does CMA stands for? Can someone explain me?
That is Chartered Management Accountants.
Oh, okay. I should consider coming and attending your meeting.
That is my club also.
Ah, very good. Very good.
Because actually I am very new. Just last month I have joined, so still I am learning. I'm not fully aware, and I have just got the chance to attend this extra meeting so that I should be aware what is happening around these things. That's the only
excellent, Ari. You are doing a great thing, because every day we learn something, isn't it? Okay, let me share with you some story so that we can start this meeting in a very good way. How many of you know Cristiano Ronaldo? Please, if you know, no problem. Very good. Thank you very much. You know that arguably the most popular football player on this planet. As it happens, Ronaldo was told by his Portugal coach to sit on the bench in arguably the most important game of the tournament so far, the knockout match with the Switzerland. Wait. The most important player of Portugal is not playing in the most important game of the tournament so far. Why? That's because Ronaldo misbehaved. He threw tantrums when he was replaced by his coach in the previous game in the World Cup. The coach was mightily displeased and decided Ronaldo needed some time to think things over. And oh, by the way, how many of you know that Portugal convincingly won the game that Ronaldo did not play 6-1? Isn't it? How many of you know that? And the 21-year-old who replaced Ronaldo in the match ended up scoring 3 goals. Nice, no? So what did we learn from this episode? A few takeaways for me. First, no one is indispensable. You may be a hotshot in your team or company, but guess what? Life will go on even without you. You are free to question your team leader or manager, but don't disrespect. Very likely, there will be repercussions. Give youngsters a chance. That's the only way you will find out if they are good enough. In life, don't shy away from making the tough calls, even if it means benching your most popular player. Don't react overconfidently, even if you are the master or experienced. And finally, dear Toastmasters, be humble, or else life will force your hand. Isn't it? How many of you have learned this lesson through, at least through this story? Great. Now it's time for me to introduce a young lady who is going to be the Toastmaster of the day. Employed as an HR manager in a construction company, as she introduced herself, she hails from Bihar in India, joined Toastmasters in 2010 to improve her communication skills. She is an imperfectly perfect woman who is very emotional. She is a charter member of 6 clubs. In the XCOM, she started her journey as Sergeant at Arms, later became VP membership, followed by VP education, and now as president. She has played Sergeant at Arms roles 4 times, VP membership 3 times, and president also 3 times, and learned so much. But she feels Sergeant at Arms post will be forever close to her heart. Presently, she is the president of Kolkata Bilingual Club. And please help me welcome our Toastmaster Nilu Sharma to this forum. Over to you.
Please keep applaud going on. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anandaji, for my very nicely introduction and warm welcome. Thank you so much. Friends, my today's theme is funny bone in me, but by maybe I could not make him understand. He wrote funny bone in time. That's okay. That is the funniest thing. We all are here to have fun. And I hope I will able to make you happy and able to make you smile. Before I start my teamwork session, I just want to explain one more time. I am an imperfectly perfect woman. And my mentor said, if you want to pressurize your word, use many times, 2 times, very, very happy, very, very sad, like this. So I will repeat many a times few words are counter-minded. Well, everyone has some dream. I also have many dreams because I always attracted by unknown, not men. I'm talking about food. Well, you can feel as see my physique. I'm very much foodie. And I always love to eat, and every day, whenever I measure myself on a scale, I feel 200 grams, 300 grams. And in this way, I am improving myself gradually. Well, I had a dream to learn English. And for that, I joined Toastmaster. Well, today you have to understand how to speak. Now I can speak in English, walk in English, dream in English, eat in English, you know. Let me explain one thing. When my daughter cleared her 12th examination, I became very happy. And what is the happiness if you don't share with anyone? So I posted in social media. Dear friends, I'm very happy to share with you all that my daughter Adya has passed away on 12th. If you want to meet her, please come in evening, else she is unavailable. I wanted to tell them she is going abroad for further study. That's why she is unavailable. But poor Chem, they felt that she has passed away. They did not understand my English. They have to work a lot. Anyway, they came in evening and shouted a lot at me. What type of English you have? Then I said, I have improved a lot. Well, I wanted to celebrate that day with my daughter. So I went to ITC Sonar Bangla and called waiter. And I asked my daughter, I will order. Don't interfere. She said, okay. And I called daughter. Hello, come here, come. And in a very nice way, I said, you know English? Yes, ma'am. What he will understand, poor champ. Anyway, what is? I had to translate. Kya hai? What is? He said, all some is. Sab kuch hai. Okay. Do you have rose jambu? Gulab jamun? Yes, ma'am, I have. Okay. Then bring 4 rose jambu and 1 leg vegetable. Leg vegetable? What is leg vegetable? Oof, poor champ. Pav bhaji. Well, he brought pav bhaji. And I wanted to celebrate that with my daughter with a champagne. So I asked him, go bring an open-minded bottle. Open-minded bottle? Dhakkan khol ke lana. Anyway, these poor fellow don't understand my proper English. I hope you all understood. Well, I want to tell you how our Toastmaster conduct their meeting. We have 3 sections. In first, we have prepared speech section. Second, table topic section. And third section is general evaluation. That is the heart of the meeting, in which our general evaluator tell us how we had done and how much more we could do for better of our meeting. Before I moving ahead, I want to call may I ask Mr. President that I should just introduce, or they will introduce their roles too?
Everybody you have to introduce. They will just explain about what they have to do as per their role.
That is, I will explain, right?
No, you
Or
will
they will
introduce
come?
them. You will introduce them and they will explain, and then
Okay.
you will go to the next role. Thank you.
Okay. In India, we have this thing done by a general evaluator. That's okay. So my first role player is Timer. She is Toastmaster Vidya. Toastmaster Vidya lives in Bahrain. Basically from Chennai, she is the secretary of this club. Toastmaster Vidya, come to the podium and introduce your role, how and what you will do in today's meeting. Toastmaster Vidya, over to you.
Thank you, TM Modi. Good evening, everyone, my fellow Toastmasters, TM Modi and President. Today, I'm doing a role of timer. The first segment is prepared speeches. That time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. And then 30-second grace time will be provided. So I will I will show my virtual background at end of the 5th minute, and then 6th minute, and sixth minute will be this one, and the 7th minute will be like this. So over to you. All the best. And table topics, Table topics is for 1 to 2 minutes. Same will be provided. End of 1 minute. I will end of 1 minute. I will show that the green, and then 1.5 minutes it will be yellow, and the end of 2 minutes it will be red. Evaluator time. I will mention the time rule. Same will be provided 2 to 3 minutes for the evaluator roles. End of 2 minutes, the green will be black, and 2.5 minutes, the yellow, and the 3 minutes that a red card will be displayed. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you
Sorry
so
for
much,
the
Toastmaster Vidya, for describing so nicely. For the benefit of guests, I want to add something. There is grace period of 30 seconds in upper and lower side in prepared speech section and evaluation section, where there is only grace period in upper side in table topic section. So minimum you have to speak for 1 minute. My second role player is our counter, Toastmaster Aryan, who is an engineering student and who is here to improve his public speaking and storytelling skills. We all are for that only. Anyway, he loves chess and reading. He belongs to District 98, Area G4, and Excelators Club, Hyderabad. He is from. He has been in Toastmaster for 1 year. I would love to request Toastmaster Aryan come to the podium and introduce your role as well. Over to you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, T-Mod. Yeah, I'm Aryan, and my role for today is R counter. Being an R counter, I'll be paying attention to all of the filler words you use. By that, I mean your R's, your so's and buts and ands, and some of the rarer used filler words like long pauses, short pauses, and word elongations like using too for too long. At the end of the meeting, I'll be giving you a report based on the amount of R's and and pauses you use. All the best. Make sure that these are kept as minimum as possible.
Thank
Over
you
to
so
you.
much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan, for the wonderful describing your role. And please give a big round of applause for him. The third pillar of the meeting is grammarian, who is Manjeet Kumar Pimplekar. Currently, he is a part of Pangram's Toastmaster Club Gurgaon, having around 8 years of working experience in IT domain. He loves to play sports, especially cricket and badminton. I would request Toastmaster, just wait, Manjeet, please come and describe your role. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nilu Sharma. Very good evening to one and all who all are present here in the meeting. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
My mic. I know.
I would just request if in case anybody is speaking on unmute, please mute them. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So as the grammarian of the day, I would just be keeping track of good usages, not so good usages, or the areas wherein we need to improve on our vocabulary or at a part of grammar. I will be providing my report when and there called by the Toastmaster of the day. I hope you all will be using the word of the day, which might be sooner or later provided to you. And I would request everyone to just give a thumbs up if in case your video is on for the person who is using the word of the day. And if you're joining virtually and your video is off, please use the emoticon. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manjeet. Our next role player is Toastmaster Riza Gopinath, who is our word master. I would love to request Toastmaster Riza, please come and share word for today's. Toastmaster Riza.
Yes, good evening, Toastmaster of the day and all of Toastmasters gathered here. My duty is introduce the new word, the word of the day, and the purpose is to improve vocabulary, to build our vocabulary. Yes, sir, Anadatta sir? Yes. So here today, I have not typed out anything. I think sir is sharing the screen. Yeah, I'm putting the word today is laconic. laconic, it's an adjective. When you use it as an adverb, you can use it as laconically. And meaning is using only a few words to say something. Usually, it is not it is used when you are very curt and very rude in your reply, or sometimes you want to use only few words. So laconic, adjective, laconically, adverb, meaning using only a few words to say something. Synonym, brief, crisp, blunt, concise. Antonym is wordy, that is talking too much. Verbose. So let me give you a few examples before we go into word robin. Let me tell you a few sentences. Dave has a curt and laconic communication style. The club president passed a laconic resolution. I don't have all day, so be laconic with your answers. Her laconic response to the question made us believe that she had not listened at all. And lastly, the boss laconically announced that John has been transferred. So with this, before we start off the day, let us play Word Robin. Word Robin is for you to use these words. For the guests, let me tell you, Word Robin means you use the words in sentence of your own. Use the word laconic or laconically, meaning saying something in few words. So you use that in a sentence. Can I have anybody volunteering? Yes, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riza. Introduce your role laconically.
Okay. Can I have Anandata sir?
Yeah, after children, they grow, they have a laconic conversation with their parents.
Yes. Can I have Varada ma'am?
The haiku poems are laconic. They are brief, concise, but they give a lot of meaning. Back to you.
Can we have some guest members?
Yes, guests this evening. Can we have some of our guests? Dhananjayan.
Yes, you need to be laconic if you want to improve your listening skills.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Laconic. The persons who are introvert often communicates in laconic fashion.
Yes. One more. Can we go for the last one?
Rajeshwari wants to say.
Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
The president of Keynoters speaker, Toastmaster Murali, is indeed laconic in his presidential address.
Can I just simply correct that? That is, I think sir is verbose. Sir is the opposite. He's not laconic. Laconic is speaking in few words. Speaking in something, when you say somebody asks you something, instead of sending a big sentence.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, okay, enough, over that way. So sir is just the opposite. So with that, let us carry on the sessions. Hope all of you have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I guess I will introduce GE later. Right, Toastmaster, Mr. President? Yeah, thank you so much. So friends, I was talking about funny bone in me. And I want to ask Mr. Joe, can you share something funniest in your life when you felt, wow, it is amazing? Do you have any example? Yes, I'm asking you, Toastmaster Joe.
Can you repeat the question, please? I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't get
everybody
it
has,
in its essential
yeah,
form.
everybody has something funniest in their life, somewhere or something they experienced. I just want to, if you have, do you want to share any experience, the funniest thing in your life?
Not funniest thing in my life. Possibly I'll share something that happened today morning. I was
Okay.
supposed to go and take delivery of my wife's car, which is given for service. It's approximately about 20 kilometers from my home. I was supposed to take a taxi, go there, take the car, come back home, leave it to her, and then take my car and go. But what I did instead is that I drove my car to the service center. And once I reached the service center, I realized I may have to drive 2 cars back, which is absolutely not possible. So I had to drive back home, leave my car, and again take a cab, go there and do this. So that is pretty instant event that happened today morning. I found it funny. Possibly my ability to explain this in a funny manner is very limited. So
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. And I can see the raised hand of Toastmaster Anandata. So will you please?
Yeah, I had recently a beautiful experience which I would like to share. I crossed one signal, red signal, and immediately policeman caught me. He said, "You crossed the red." I told him, "Yes, I have 30 seconds to grace period to cross." Then only I realized I was not in a meeting.
Yes, I told you all initially that we drink in Toastmaster, sleep in Toastmaster, eat in Toastmaster, and think in Toastmaster. So I believe that time our very own president was in the state of mind that he was in Toastmaster meeting. Well, it happens. So moving further, before I call our first prepared speaker, I want to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Jose Felix. He is evaluator of first speaker, and he is a Toastmaster from Discovery Garden Toastmaster Club. He lives in Dubai and originally from India. Currently head of operation of Hidubai app, a semi-government tech initiative under Dubai Economic and Tourism. Please, I would love to request Toastmaster Joe, please come and share with us the objective of our first speaker. Over to you.
thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Nilu Sharma. The speech that I'm going to evaluate is of TM Jolie. TM Jolie's project is to learn and review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on a topic that she's chosen. The topic is Hakuna Matata. The level project 1 and level 2 is the speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Now, this is the time for our speaker. Today's speaker, Toastmaster Jolie Bigornia, living in Dubai since 10 years. She works as a private teacher. She was an ESL teacher in the Philippines. Her path is presentation mastery, level 1, project 2, and writing a speech with the purpose that her speech title is Hakuna Matata. Speech time 5 to 7 minutes. Now, please come to the podium, our first speaker, Toastmaster Jolie. Toastmaster Jolie, Hakuna Matata. Toastmaster Jolie.
There you go. Thank you so much, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, ma'am. Thank you so much, and everyone. Good evening. And this is Jolie. At the moment, I'm actually at work, and I just have to ask my colleague to give me her space. So I let her get out of my crib so I could have my speech. So I say, repeat after me, Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Thank you so much, sir. I can see you opening your lips. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, it means no worries. Be happy. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. It's a very famous animation it's a very famous animation soundtrack in which it really hits me deep. And I kind of had it as my title for today. So once again, good evening. This is Toastmasters Jolly, representing Toastmasters from Pine City, Toastmasters Roaster Club from the Philippines. Yeah, but I was registered there, but I started here in Dubai. Yes, and an OFW here for 10 years. At the moment, I'm working here in Dubai, Jumeirah, Pearl Jumeirah, as a private teacher. Living in a foreign country as an overseas foreign worker is truly exhausting and challenging at the same time. We have mastered, I call us we, as we are all OFWs, we have mastered the art of multitasking in which we are doing something, but our mind is ready to do the other things next in line. As I am a single mom of a teenager, a 15-year-old kid with me right now, I kind of, when I'm working here, my mind's next like, what's the next food? What am I going to do with my son? What is the next thing after work? So it's a multitasking thing. 10 years, oftentimes, my colleagues would ask me a recurring question in which I laconically take some time to think about the answer. And their question would be, teacher, because they call me teacher here, what makes you stay 10 years in this company? What makes you stay 10 years in this company without changing it? I would see them ask that, and I see them almost like dragging themselves out, finishing their first year at work. So these are like the newbies I have here, I met here. And they would ask me, teacher, what keeps you going? Teacher, why are you staying this much? So I would stop and smile at them and answer them with a question itself. And I would ask them back, in the first place, what made you come here? In the first place, who or what is your motivation? Go back to the first question, why you ever started to come here. So they would smile at me, and I think that answer satisfies them and leaves them thinking of their answer. Because for me, my greatest motivation as a single mom since the very beginning is my son. My son, who is now with me for 8 years, studying here in Dubai. Solo, a single parent, doing everything that I could for my son. So again, I say, as a single mom from the very beginning, with a teenager raising by myself, I know the very reason why I endure and still standing. And I'm still standing all this time to give my son the best education that I could have. And I thank God for his many answered prayers. I don't get the credit, as I always say, not because of my skills, not because of my hard work, not because even of the salary. I don't qualify them. Why until now I am where I am. With a humble heart, I say it's all God's provision. It's all because of answered prayers for a long time. That before I asked my son to come here, I prayed very hard. I prayed very hard on my heart that someday I'll be with him. And so God answered my prayer. So now my son is with me. I'm working 10 years, and he came here 8 years ago. A proud mom of a very intellectual kid here who had been really excelling in his school, just got the result of his very proud report to me. Mom, I am the top in math in overall grade 9 class. And I would like, after all my nagging and all my unsolicited advices to you, that you would give me that report. It melts my heart indeed, because I said, you're doing a great job. That alone is enough for me to keep me going, to keep me standing still. Being a single mom, as I always say, I'm proud to be where I am. And who needs a man when I have a son like him? Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Please give big round of applause for the wonderful speech. Thank you so much sharing, Toastmaster Jolly. it was really an inspirational. And this is the time for our second evaluator. Yes, our second evaluator is Toastmaster Dhananjay.
Please, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Please give 1 minute time for feedback for the speaker. But no problem.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
may
sure.
be look at it, but this is the way we have to go. Sorry for being a laconic person.
TM Modi, can I request a standing ovation for this speech? It is really a heart-melting speech as a respect for
Yeah, sure.
the single parents.
Well, timer, 1 minute has completed. Yeah, thank you. So this is the time for our second speaker. Before calling second speaker, I want to talk about Toastmaster Dhananjay. He is the evaluator of our second speaker. His purpose is to growing together, and he is dreaming to become a resource person for personal growth. I would love to welcome Toastmaster Dhananjay. Please come and share the speech objective with all of us. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilu, for the introduction and for the opportunity. So Toastmaster Varada is attempting her second speech in her distinguished Toastmaster manual. The project purpose is the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skills as a leader and a public speaker. The second one, the purpose of the second speech is for member to share some aspect of his or her experience completing the project. Time allocated 8 to 10 minutes. Over to you, madam.
So this is the time for our second speaker, Toastmaster Varda. Her speech title is With Love NRP 2022. With Love NRP 2022, Toastmaster Varda. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. It's my great honor to deliver the second speech of DTM project at Keynoters. In my earlier speech, I had talked about my project, the core committee members, and the plan. But let me brief it. The project is NRP 2022. This is one of the projects rolled out by the Emirates Environmental Group. There are not many projects, but this is one of them. As many of the people who knew me, my first love is nature. NRP stands for Neighborhood Recycling Project. So what we are supposed to do is connect with our neighbors and asking them to contribute towards the recycling project. Earlier, I had mentioned that I had to create a poster and that is be uploaded by the Emirates Environmental Group before posting to the neighbors and all. Any Tom, Dick and Harry. Now, when you do this one, will it be that easy to connect everyone? Will they be delivering their recyclable items? Certainly not. So we have to reach out. We have to convince. I don't think if you can be laconic, well, I doubt about that one. So I need to connect our friends, family, neighbors, children, friends, anyone, anyone and everyone. I was able to drop the papers in the, not the papers, in the attack community pool, all the areas, because that's very, very important to reach many. The project stands for 2 weeks, though the project period is from June 1st to September 30th. So I have selected from July 1st to July 14th as 2 weeks period. And in that period, we need to collect minimum 350 kilograms of paper and e-waste, same amount. You may be thinking 350 kilograms is easy to collect. I'll tell you, my friend, it's not that easy. When it's 350 kilograms mean literally, I need to take 2 loads full packed in my jeep, or sometimes even 3 loads. So reaching everyone, we all heard about side effect, but you know, the side benefit in the year NRP 2022, yes, the side benefit is to plant an indigenous tree in UAE. That's the side benefit. As a nature lover, for me, what's important is to recycle so that those recyclable items will not go to the skip, will not be just thrown away onto the dump field, that landfill. Because that's very, very important, because you know, our environment is very important, not only for us. I may be dead and gone, but what about the future generation? All the toxic gases will be released when we are just dumping it, putting in the landfill. But have you ever thought it's all going to be the bed down process? No way. The problems, or rather, no, I should not say problem. The challenges I had encountered is we are planning to relocate back to Australia, 2nd week of July. And a project from 1st July to 2nd week of July. So it was very difficult that, you know, you have to reach them. And when people calling me, Varda, can you come and collect the stuff? I wasn't able to take the stuff. If it is close to my community area or people there are a lot of people coming and dropping the stuff at our garage. And my family, my son says, Mom, what is this? Our garage and the garden area is full of papers. The fearing we will be penalized by the MR properties, because they will say, if those papers are stacked one, that will be the eyesore to the community. Then I had to pull everything, dump it in the garden area. And garden, our dog wasn't happy, my gardener wasn't happy, but then life has to go on, because to my love, that's Mother Nature. And second thing, when I go and collect the papers, some people ask, ma'am, how much you get? How much you will be giving money? Well, some people think life is about money. I'm not saying like money is not important. Money is important for our survival, but the money is not everything. At least that's not for Varada. People don't even know me. But later, I felt like, you know, what kind of creatures are they? I'm sorry to say, but I felt that one. But then I shrugged my shoulder and said, forget it. You can't please each and everyone. That's their attitude. They think money is everything. But for Varada, money is everything. In my earlier speech, I had talked about who are my core committee members. Let me repeat. 1. Distinguished Toastmaster, Hashim Halim. Ever supportive Toastmaster Kanti Madinadan. And my eco warriors. How can they reach my target without my eco warriors? They are simply awesome. I just love them. Yes, I love them because they love my love, first love, Mother Nature. They recycle, they share the posters with each and everyone. They encourage people. So obviously I should love them, right? Yes, that's in Eco Warriors. I have around 50 people. Among the 50, I have taken 3 of them in the committee. That is Mrs. Kunjan, Mrs. Sindhu, and Mrs. Shire. And I should thank, I don't know whether they are here today. If they are there, I bow my head to each and every person who had contributed. It's not an easy task. They can just say, stay away. They can just put it in the garbage chute because that's available every time. But they tried. They tried to help Arada. They tried to help the environment so that their future generation will be happy. I'm glad to say that we were able to collect 1,400 kilograms of paper, which enables me to plant 4 trees. 350, 700, double, 1,400. It's not easy to get 1,400, but in the July 1st to July 14th, I was able to collect only 700, around 800 odd kilogram papers. But then we can reapply because the project stands from June 1st to September 30th. And I need to thank those who helped me to collect it from September 15th to September 30th. Well, I was not in Dubai. I planted the seed. I put everything carefully, and that's sprouting like an angel. On 17th, coming Saturday, there is a tree planting ceremony at a special bee reserve in Russell Khaimah. And Toastmaster Kanti Malinaran had voluntarily accepted to take part in that. I only wish that I can be there on 17th to plant the tree. But what to do? Sometimes it's not possible. Whatever we want, it's happening. It will not happen every time. Because we were planning to be there in Dubai during second week of December, knowing that we are going to do the tree planting. But still, it's okay. But what I'm expecting from you, each and every one of you, encourage, ask your children of youngsters to become the student member of the Emirates Environmental Group and to take part. Side effect? Nah. Side benefit. Yes, the side benefit to plant a tree. If no tree, so many times we didn't plant trees because we didn't meet the target. But then the best is taking care of my first love, my nature, through this time NRP 2022. Thank you. Back to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Varda, for the wonderful, wonderful speech. Friends, today she has completed her DTM speech. So I would love to request you all, please give a standing ovation for her.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Many congratulations, Toastmaster Varda.
And special congratulations for those wonderful trees that will be eventually giving shade and shine to the coming generations.
So there is 1 minute silence for, you can write something for Toastmaster Varda in chat box. Thank you. So friends, this is the time for our third and last speaker. Before calling him, I want to call her his evaluator. His evaluator is Toastmaster Lakshmi K. Raman. She works for an export company in Delhi and travel worldwide. An active Toastmaster and presently an area director in District 41, based in Delhi, also active in Gulf as the secretary of Tamil Toastmaster Club in Kuwait, which was inaugurated by our club's president Toastmaster DTM Ananda Murli Manohar. And one more thing I want to add in her introduction, she is beloved mother of my favorite Toastmaster friend, Toastmaster DTM
Shiva
Priya
Priya.
Gauri. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Lakshmi, evaluator of our third speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for such a warm words, and I'm very happy to be here. Today, my target speaker is going to talk about from the path dynamic leadership, level 2 and project 3. The purpose of his speech is about for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership style in general. And in particular, I want to add something. The speech is to examine the diplomacy of India and learn the dynamic leadership and functions which made India's diplomatic policy a resounding success. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes, and I wish my speaker all the very best. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Now, this is the time for our third speaker, Toastmaster Aryan. Toastmaster Aryan is from Dynamic Leadership Level 2, Project 3. His speech title is Indian Diplomacy Hammering Hard. Indian Diplomacy Hammering Hard. Toastmaster Aryan, over to you.
Diplomacy is the art of letting other people have your way. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Aryan Sarup, and today we'll talk about diplomacy. Boring. First thing that comes to mind when we talk of diplomacy is boring. You know, some plain old men and women sitting together in small party halls, champagne in one hand, papers in the other, talking about policies of different countries, producing minimal results. Who is interested in that? That is also what I thought. Perceptions that we all have. Pretentious, snobbish, whatever to say. But all these perceptions changed when the External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, rolled the dice, turned the wheel into motion, and injected steroids in India's diplomacy. Everywhere you see now, India is there. This is what I've heard from different countries, my friends who are abroad in other countries, that the person they look the most forward to in India after the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar, who has somehow become a global icon. The diplomacy of India is based on certain aspects, certain benchmarks, forgetting the colonial past. Number one, 75 years of independence, colonial mindset and past still bleeds anew. Forgetting that, writing our own history, writing our own past. Yes, writing our own past for a good future. Helping Afghanistan and Sri Lanka with vaccine diplomacy, one of the strongest in Asia and the world, contributing in over 700 projects worldwide by India for the respect and care of the host country. Yes, these are some of the achievements I can tell you, just minimal achievements. But the most effective result the Indian diplomacy has put forward, especially after 2019, is the effective conveyance of whatever we feel. India as a country is no longer just the leader of the non-aligned world that it used to be during the Cold War era. No, we are not. We are an aggressive policymaker. We are an aggressive diplomatic approach, a global power in the global South and Asia. We are an emerging superpower. And that is all very much possible through a major contribution from diplomacy. The latest example is that India is now the president of G20. G20, a group of different countries put together in the international forum. India is now working towards every and all dimensions: finance, education, infrastructure, employment, cryptocurrency. You name it, we are working on it. Yes, because the ultimate aim of G20 and India's presidency is that we create an alternative to the United Nations, an alternative to the Western world, an alternative to the NATO, where smaller countries, those countries with fragile economies, can also have a say equally. That is what we hope to do. There is a reason that India is called the Tiger of the South, by the way. Anyways, as we move forward, we all must remember that we as leaders of today, entrepreneurs maybe or may not be, but as leaders and future leaders of tomorrow, we all need to learn from India. Many things, but one thing that we have to embed in ourselves is the aggressive diplomatic approach that India has taken now. Everywhere you go, you will find an Indian, yes, but in every international and intergovernmental sectors, every international organization like the ASEAN, SAARC, and all these organizations, India is there, be it the BRICS, the Quad, United Nations, everywhere. Indian diplomats are highly respected. And what happens then is that we create an policy, we create and dialogues with India being amongst the very few countries who are able to talk to both sides of the world. We can talk to Russia and Ukraine, Azerbaijan and Armenia, KSA and Iran. We can talk to everybody. That is the resoluteness of India. And at the same time, when we look back 30 years from now, 1990, India did not have enough. On the verge of bankruptcy with just $1 billion left in the foreign exchange. That is all we had. We were literally bankrupt. But privatization occurred, globalization occurred. We adapted, changed, and rose to become the 5th largest economy of the world. This is what leaders can learn from. The dynamics of political leadership, the dynamics of diplomatic leadership, right, Dr. Jaishankar? We can learn from them. Leaders are not those who cancel other people out. Leaders are those who constructively and collaboratively work with people and produce effective results for the benefit of everyone. This is exactly what India said when we assumed the presidency of G20, that we will become the voice of the voiceless. We will represent smaller countries, those countries with fragile, dwindling economies, those countries somewhere in the third world, in the basket case, somewhere in the third world, having no voice of their own. India will become their voice. That is what true statesmen and true leaders do, to help the weak, to help those who are not able to help themselves, to deliver justice where justice is required. That is the very dynamics of leadership that we all need to understand. And at the same time, the West also has to understand that its problems are not the world's problems. India is a world in its own, and we are very much capable to lead not just Asia, but the world to new directions and new dimensions. At the same time, we all must also realize that despite all that we might say, there is a leader in all of us. And through the example of Indian diplomacy, we can all arise that leader in us. Through small deeds or whatever, through small acts, there is a leader in all of us, a dynamic leader that just like India, 75 years ago, not even able to produce a needle, and now the 5th largest economy of the world, producing almost everything, you name it, and we have it, importing and exporting different things. Indian diplomacy is really hammering hard, and the world is looking at us. It does not look east anymore, it is act east. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aryan. Friends, Toastmaster Aryan has completed his level 2 speech today. So please give him a standing ovation too. It was amazing experience to hear such a wonderful speech by our young, dynamic Toastmaster Aryan. Requesting timers, please give your report for all the speaker.
Good evening again. All are qualified. They completed within this time limit.
Thank you so much, and kindly send it to our president in his chat box.
Please send the best speaker, whoever you feel is the best speaker, send me a private note with their name. Thank you.
So this is the time for table topic section. Can I start, Mr. President?
1 minute. Let 1 minute be over. Let them give feedback to the speaker and
Thank you. Life always bombarded us with a different question, and we prepare for it. Whenever we prepare the previous question, the question paper is changed. This is exactly happened in our table topic section. So please help me welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Samya Abidi. Toastmaster Samya Abidi is the table topic master for today. Over to you, ma'am.
A very good evening to all present here. I'm so blessed and happy to be here with you all as a table topic master today, and I'm blessed that I am in the family now, and I'm sure I'm not going to put across difficult questions. So I just wanted to know, since I'm new to you people, how would you want me to take? Do I give my names, or would you like to voluntarily raise your hand so that I can put up the questions?
it's better always you give the topic and people volunteer after that.
Okay, but sir, can you, with your permission, can I give the first question to the third speaker, Mr. Aryan?
Your choice. You're the boss.
Okay, Aryan, can we have you here on the microphone, please? Aryan, are you there? Can you hear me? I don't think so. Okay, so that question goes openly for all. The question says, if you were since the third topic was the Indian diplomacy and the democracy and everything, and it was much close to the Indian politics. So I wanted to give this question to Aryan, but nevertheless, we all were, the listeners to that speak. If you were the president for a day, what would be your first action to the country? I repeat my question. If you were the president for a day, what would be your first action to the country? Kindly raise your hand so that we can give you the chance to speak. I think this question is pretty simple. I think we all have seen that movie.
He has already come.
Okay, so I couldn't see, sir. I couldn't see the hand raises.
No problem.
So as you all know that there's a timer, 1 to 2 minutes is the time that you can speak. The timer will keep a check on your answers also. So who's the timer for the table topic?
For everything, the timer is Vidya.
Okay, hi Vidya, over to you. I hope you'll keep a check on the topics which have been taken up and the people who will be answering them.
You
So,
can pin the timer, Jose. And
Okay.
timer, can you put your hand up so that you are there at the top left corner?
okay, yeah. So at least I can see you because I can't see anybody.
Yes.
All right. Hi. Good
Put
to see
your
you.
hand,
Hi.
not finger. You put that raise hand, so you will be there.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you're the timer for the meeting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So can I have the participants who will be speaking for it?
Yeah, we
Stage
have
is all
Jose
yours.
Felix.
Yes?
Jose, over to Jose.
Jose. Okay, Jose, over to you. The camera is all yours.
Thank you so much, Samya. I mean, constitutionally speaking, the President of India, the power of President of India constitutionally is very limited. So technically, I mean, as a president of a country, within 24-hour duration, there is nothing much that the president can do in 24 hours, practically. Possibly, I mean, he can go through some of the resolution that is passed by Parliament and can, either stop or give a go-ahead for such resolutions. So the Constitution doesn't allow President to take any specific action. Say, for example, if I'm a president for a day, what I would possibly do is to, request the Parliament to allow me to speak for a 30 minutes or 45 minutes or so, and would possibly recommend the Parliament to to be more democratic, to be more, the Parliament, would suggest the MPs to basically represent real issues in the Parliament and go with decisions that are actually rational and relevant for the benefit of the people. So I think from an impact point of view, a president can only do that, technically speaking.
Okay.
Traditionally, the president is considered to be someone who's, the cartoons of publications would say that he's a rubber stamp. Technically, his limitation of the power is also that. So the max that he can do is to request and do a speech in the Parliament. Thank you so
Very
much.
good. I would appreciate your presence of mind and the information that you have given to us on this topic of democracy, that yes, a president is merely a rubber stand who can just show his existence but can't do much. But it was all imaginative. It's all imaginative. You can do as much as you wish to do. Okay, but a wonderful answer. Like now, anybody would like to volunteer before I give the question?
Sorry to interrupt. Suddenly that my timer screen is not working. But anyway, TM Josh has took only 2 minutes, and I just want to inform anybody can take, because I don't know, suddenly that background it is not getting.
I can become a timer if required.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Give
Thank
me
you
a
so
second.
much.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Take your time, ma'am. You can fix your screen.
Yeah.
And by that time, we can have the second participant who would like to volunteer for a different question. Can I have you on screen, please?
You ask
Who's
the
the
question.
other person?
You
Yes,
ask the
sir.
question, then they will come.
All right. So I want some pretty daring who can just put the name and take up the whichever question comes.
Rajeshwari says.
Rajeshwari. Good. See, daring people always get good questions. So Rajeshwari, question for you is, what is your favorite song and why? Right from the Parliament to the, Bollywood. What is your favorite song and why? Miss Rajeshwari, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I am thinking. I'm thinking there.
Oh, okay. I was wondering whether you could hear me or not, Miss Rajeshwari.
No, I'm not a Bollywood person, so I was like,
I want
okay.
don't want anything that makes you. What's your favorite? We want to we would like to know your favorite.
Okay. Just Mr. Varada, you're okay, or I'll on my own mobile timer?
Anytime, anything, and why also you have to answer. Okay.
I'm
No,
okay.
no.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
No,
Just
she is
1 second.
waiting.
You
Yeah.
can go.
Okay.
No, you want me to use my stopwatch, or you will do the work, Toastmaster Varada?
Timer will do. You can speak.
Hey, thank you, President. Thank you. Varada ma'am, just wait for 1 minute. Sorry, 10 seconds. Sorry. Thank you so much, TT Mistress, for this out of the box question. My favorite song is Shah Rukh Khan's movie song, and as you all know, the 80s kids and 90s kids, we were all Shah Rukh Khan fans, and myself also a Shah Rukh Khan fan and a Dead fan, and his movie DDLJ just released, and I was such a person that a vibrant person who was a genius and a front bencher, and the naughtiest kid from the backbenchers. And I had this privilege to, go with the different groups for that same movie. And my parents, they were not that smart, and I can't say that, I should not say, but still they didn't even realize the same movie I was watching 3 times, but my sister, she understood that trick what I was playing there. And yes, I think you all guessed the song. How do I sing that song?
तुझे
It is a
देखा तो
action.
है जाना सनम यार होता
प्यार
है
होता है तुझे. Sir, I don't know the lyrics. I will just follow you, please.
the Toastmaster, tabletop master herself is singing.
That is my favorite song, and you all know the answer why. I love Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. See, that's why we have to keep the question out of the box so that everybody can contribute. I don't mind everyone opening the cameras and microphones and singing. Pyar hota hai deewana sanam, अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाए हम, तेरी बाहों में मर जाए हम. Very good, very good, very good. See, I'm such a bad singer, but a big spot. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for, opening up and telling us that how tricky you were to watch Shah Rukh Khan thrice. Good, 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 good. All the appreciation. Now my next question goes, it says, what one idea that you have changed your mind on throughout the years? What one idea that has changed your mind throughout your years? I would like to explain it more, that anything that one question, one idea that has gave up to an insight that has changed your whole mindset, the whole thought process. Who would like to answer for this question? Any one idea that you have?
Our Vidya timer, X timer.
Okay, Vidya, X timer. Vidya, can we have you here?
Yes. Good evening once again. One question that changed in my life. That's the
Idea,
question, right?
one idea that changed your whole perspective towards life.
Okay. Actually, when I was moving from Sharjah to Bahrain, I was searching for the job. So when I'm a primary teacher teaching my subject, and my level of this one is a shrink to primary level only. I have not explored to the higher grade level, though I love my subject very much from my college days, but I lost touch with my subject. But when I went for the interview, that one question was asked to me by the interviewer. I process, everything was okay, but then when they were about to select, they asked me one question that the higher grade level, which I was not practiced so far due to my that primary math level only. So the final moment when they were about to select me because of that one question, and then I was not selected for that. So when I came out, my daughter, I checked with my daughter who has completed her higher grade, and then she also told me that, "Ma'am, Mama, this was such a simple question. I didn't expect that you couldn't answer to this. I was expecting more from you, but you lost it because of one question." So at last, I was teaching my daughter. I love that subject, but then also
It
due
happens,
to
ma'am.
lack of practice, I missed. So that day, I started doing the higher grade math apart from my lower. Uh, Whether I had a time or not, I started working on it.
Very
So
good.
this is a eye-opener moment for me. Thank you so much.
A very good example of showing resilience, where you learn from your own mistakes, and you have taken that as an eye opener, so that you can work on yourself and you can see things better. Very good, very good. I would appreciate that. We are in short of time, so I quickly move on to the next question. My next question says, do you think shyness can be cured? Let me quickly have somebody who can just speak about it. My question is, do you think shyness can be cured?
How many topics you're going to have after this?
Sir, my time is till 25, so I think I need to wind up after this question.
Okay, so last, can someone come? Dhananjay, Lakshmi Garu, somebody?
Mr. Manish is there, Kiran is there, Rija is there.
I see Dhananjay is coming.
Who?
Dhananjay.
Dhananjay. Hi, Dhananjay. I welcome you to this question. I would like to repeat it for you. It says, do you think shyness can be cured?
Absolutely, yes. I take myself as an example. I remember when I was in the school days, I was shy. I was not in the back row. I wasn't even in the front row. I was in the
Okay.
middle row. That's because I was shy. I
All
knew
right.
all the class masters will go to the back row because the nasty kids are there, and because of that, I wasn't there. I didn't go to the front row because I knew that all the class teachers had a look at the front row. I was a student. If you want to take an example for shyness, I was one of them. And I was part of a beautiful organization called Gavel Club during my college time, and my shyness was cured by that beautiful organization. I still have shyness in me. When Toastmaster Anandanath called me, and when other people ask me to introduce me, I have that shyness. But this organization, the Gavel Club and the Toastmasters Club, have taught me how to hide that highness and then speak. As I speak, I also feel shy, but I believe with the practice, we will be able to hide the shyness. Over to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
You are muted, Samia.
I don't know who is doing it, who doesn't want me to speak. I'm not doing it for myself. Okay, never mind. Thank you so much, Mr. Dhananjay. You said you're still hiding it. I would say don't hide it, overcome it. That was the question I would like to wind up my session for table topic for today. And yes, Toastmasters is a platform which is providing us where we can come out of our threats, our shortcomings, and of course we can change the way we proceed. So yes, you can cure shyness. Thank you so much, Mr. President, and the other honored member of the club. I'm really blessed to have you people And I'm here for you all to conduct this activity. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Please give thunderous round of applause for Toastmaster Samya Abidi. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Toastmaster Samya Abidi.
Thank you
I
so much.
love your topics as well as you. You are so beautiful, and the way you are coming here, it's amazing. I really love you.
Thank you so
And
much.
I
Thank you so much.
was trying to see what you have wore and how you have dressed up. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
My
And
God.
friends, this is the time for our G. So
thank you so
our
much.
G,
Timing, please. Timing for the table topics.
yes. So before call G, I would request timer, please come and share the table topic speaker times with all of us. Over to you.
I started from Toastmaster Rajeshwari, who spoke about this, her favorite Bollywood song, took 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Vidya, who the question here changed her, it took 1 minute 57 seconds. And Toastmaster Tananjaya, how he overcame shyness, took exact 1 minute 30 seconds. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. So our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Toastmaster Rajeshwari is a president of Kanu TMC Area 24, Division L, Electronics and Communication Engineering postgraduate Power Electronics, who submitted radar project to Indian Defense in 2001. Wow, happily married, blessed with 3 wonder kids who are managing wealth, international chess players and gymnastics gold medalist, respectively. Joined Toastmaster in 2017 and currently on way to pursue DTM. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Rajeshwari Nandeswar, General Evaluator of today's evening.
1 minute. I'm sorry to intervene. Please give your vote for the best table topics speaker. Send your vote to me. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you both the dynamic personalities, the president of Keynoters Toastmasters Club and the dynamic TMOD Toastmaster Nilu Sharma. Thank you so much. To begin with, round of applause to the Toastmaster of the evening, who is doing a fantastic job, and hand it over to me to continue the same job here for me. So good evening, Keynoters Toastmasters Club. A warm welcome to the general evaluation session, the heart of any Toastmasters Club meeting. We have 3 wonder evaluators who will be evaluating the 3 wonder speakers. Without further ado, let me introduce the first evaluator, Toastmaster Josh, who will be evaluating our first speaker, that is Toastmaster Jolly. On timing, Toastmaster Varata, would you like to explain the timing, or may I have the permission to do it?
Yeah, timing for the evaluation is from 2 to 3 minutes. The green light will be shown at 2 minutes, and amber at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. You have 30 seconds grace so that you can speak up till 1:30 or speak up to 3 minutes 30 seconds to be qualified. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you so much. Soon to be DTM Toastmaster Varada. Moving on to our first evaluator, Toastmaster Josh. Once again, all the very best. And he will be evaluating our first speaker, Toastmaster Jolie. Over to you, Toastmaster Josh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Toastmaster Jolly delivered an emotionally engaging speech. She started the address comfortably by explaining Hakuna Matata and even sang a song for us. She touched upon the long tenure of her job and beautifully associated it with the demand for her teaching services, mentioning an instance of responding to one of the students who raised this concern by saying, "What is your motivation to come here?" That was brilliant portion of the speech. She indirectly associated this with her being content and comfortable with her work. So that is directly linked to Hakuna Matata. She concluded her speech by introducing her son in the discourse, who was supposedly doing well in his studies, specifically in math, and how it is keeping her happy. Again, smartly linking it to the topic, Hakuna Matata, which means no trouble, take it easy. She excelled in language clarity and had great control over the language. Jolly used vocal variety, using different tones, and selectively used physical gestures to enhance her speech. She was extremely comfortable with the audience, and that was visible from the way she sang a song. Jolly engaged the audience effectively with well-constructed content. My observation, and possibly the only recommendation to Jolly, is that she could have built a bit more content in the body portion of the speech so that the whole story of Hakuna Matata could have been more strongly communicated. And also could have been spoken little longer. The speech is between 5 to 7 minutes. Ideally, one should speak for 6.3 minutes or so. Since the topic is pretty interesting, and it is about her life, I'm sure she would have had a lot of other incidents to indicate or to link to Hakuna Matata, which is no trouble, take it easy. Overall, Toastmaster Joy delivered a wonderful speech, and the speech effectively met the express general purpose of the project and the level. Thank you so much.
A round of applause to our first evaluator, Toastmaster Josh. How was the speaker? Fantastic. So was the evaluator. So double thunder of round of applause. Indeed. Hakuna Matata did the dhamaka. Round of applause. Moving on to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Dhananjay. He is a dedicated Toastmaster and a seasoned Gavilier, so that all shows off by his confidence. And he will be evaluating the much, I don't have words for this to explain, dedicated, seasoned, and woman-powered Toastmaster Varada, who will be soon GTM. Toastmaster Varada.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Dhananjay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. 1,400 kilograms to the power of 21. When last time I heard a speech about reusing, when I went to the supermarket, I thought of bringing a bag next day because that can prevent me polluting the environment. Just like that, there are two types of speeches according to me. One we falls into our laps, and once fall into our hearts. If the speech is in our heart, we take that message and then we are going to act by that message. I think Toastmaster Varada today gave a brilliant speech which came into our hearts. That's why I said when she delivered the speech, there were 22 people in the meeting except her. Every 21 people are going to persuade it, and then I'm sure they are going to focus on recycling. That was amazing. So Toastmaster Varada, I'm going to give 3 areas that I loved about your speech, and there are two areas that we could improve to make this great speech to a wonderful speech. The first thing is the enthusiasm. I know it's 1 a.m. in the morning, and she is specially prepared for the meeting, and I need to respect for that. I think you need to have great level of enthusiasm to take up such a speech slot in a day like that, in a time like that. The second thing is the preparation. Myself, Toastmaster Anandanath and Toastmaster Varada and Toastmaster Rajeshwari were the few people who logged in for the first time. And I saw she was arranging the camera, she was arranging a speaking area, and she was arranging her chair. I think she prepared very well so that she can deliver the speech well. I loved that. Preparation is the key. The third thing I loved about her speech was it was like a paper, like an article. There was a project, the background was there, and there were challenges, and then later she kept her result to be announced: 350 kilograms to 1,400 kilograms. Amazing. We all have persuaded, and we love to do recycling. Having said that, I have two areas for improvement. First thing is the start. I feel like this is based on my personal humble opinion. I may be wrong. Please do correct me if I am wrong. I felt like if it would have been better if you had started like, are you excited to know how a recycling project recycle minds, like that, without just saying good evening, number one. Number two, I thought it would have been better if you had taken the background of recycling to the top before sharing the project. It would have been better. So those are my areas. I love the enthusiasm, preparation, and the structure. I love it would have been great if you can improve the start and background at the top. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
Round of applause. What a quality evaluation it was, Toastmaster Dhananjay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Round of applause. I'm doing some technical work here. Round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. Moving on. Third speaker, that is Toastmaster Aryan. Our future of India is in safer hands. What a wonder speech he delivered. To evaluate the third speaker, we have a Toastmaster with a unique voice, a voice that has an RJ quality, and it can get that instant catch. She is none other than Toastmaster Lakshmi, all the way joining from India. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for evaluating Toastmaster Aryan's speech. Toastmaster Aryan, if I could ask you to switch on your camera, that would be great for a perfect understanding of the heart of Toastmasters, that is evaluation. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Thank you for letting me the stage back, and kudos to my target speaker today, Toastmaster Aryan, the future of India, I could say. I could see that. Diplomacy is an art, and of course, of letting someone else to get your way. That was, a joke. But today I could see the Indian public diplomacy goes back to the days of Chanakya, who advocated the quality of listening. That's exactly what I was listening from my speaker's speech. Salutes to the speaker on selecting such a boring yet dynamic topic to speak today. And kudos on taking such a topic with great research. Like he had been talking about the external minister and what Indian diplomacy has been doing, and how from here to here, how we have gone, the journey had been completely narrated in his speech. Kudos to him. And throughout such a speech, throughout the 5 to 7 minutes of his speech, he was just on the spot and on the camera. He never missed his eye contact, and he never did injustice to the topic what he had been doing it. Well, Toastmaster Aryan, any diplomacy needs a bit of, some improvement to take it from better to the best. And I'm going to talk about few recommendations for you. Through the points what you have explained, but if you would have used a certain slides, for the developments which they have done something, it would have really stuck us into, more. And I was through the entire speech, the voice was a little flat and your voice modulation is required. For example, like India is the president of, you should have said, India is the president of G20. Emphasize on that particular point from where what we reached. And as well as you name it, we are there. These are few proud moments for us to say, yes, we can do it and we did it. Also, I was missing your hand gestures because I guess, your camera was not placed properly. So I was missing your hand gestures. So please take care of it in future. And one thing which I want to say is like, I couldn't come to a conclusion in which leadership style you want to adapt because the topic is something like that, the leadership style, which you want to follow. And I was slightly missing in that. But nevertheless, Toastmaster Aryan, a great speech today, what we listen, and a proud moment for every Indian to take it up further. And I'm sure for a generation like us who are above you can stay at peace and at rest because the future is something like a dynamic leader like you. Back to your general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for that quality evaluation. And a round of applause to all the three evaluators. And I request Toastmaster Varada, the timer, to please submit the timer's report for qualification.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Jose took 2 minutes 40 seconds. Toastmaster Dhananjay took 3 minutes 30 seconds exact. Toastmaster Lakshmi took 3 minutes 12 seconds. Over to you.
Hey, round of applause. Perfect timing. Perfect evaluation. So all three are qualified, requesting you all to send the best evaluator out of these three as a personal message to the President, Toastmaster Murali sir. And I will just be able to complete the general evaluation part of the three evaluators. My only suggestion for all the three evaluators and all the general budding evaluators, I think there is
Yeah, please take the grammarian report and everything, and at the end, when you give your GE report, you can give this.
Yes, sir. I am just completing because fresh food is always easily digestible and easily absorbed. So that's my style, and I always believe in freshness. Thank you so much, President. So the three, a recommendation for the budding evaluators is, since now the contest is always online, one suggestion for the evaluators to keep that in mind and say exactly what type of recommendation you suggest genuinely for the speakers, as it is an online platform. That's my only recommendation. Otherwise, it's a fantastic evaluation. They're all seasoned Toastmasters. So round of applause to all the three evaluators, Toastmaster George, Toastmaster Dhananjay, and Toastmaster Lakshmi ma'am. Now it's time for us to move on to the word report. To do the honors, let's welcome Toastmaster Ruja Gopinathan.
Rija had to leave because of some personal work, so you can go ahead with other two role players, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, President. A round of applause to Toastmaster Ruja Gopinathan, who did a fantastic job. In fact, laconic presentation of the word master's role, introduced the word perfectly. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, the the word was used at least 15 times, including the round robin session, and as well as one time myself and Toastmaster Varada used in one of our general talks. So round of applause. So almost 15 times the word laconic was used. Round of applause to Toastmaster Ruja Gopinathan. And the best part was she used the adverb usage of the word. This is rarely done in Toastmasters. So a point to be noted and key highlight. So how you use it in the adverb form, laconically. That's the key of Toastmaster Ruja. Moving on to the grammarian's report. Toastmaster Manjesh, am I correct?
Yes,
Can I
you
have
are.
Toastmaster Manjesh? Where are you?
Yes, I hope I'm visible to you.
1 second. Can I pin you? Yeah. Over to you, Toastmaster Manjesh.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone. And once again, a very good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to each and everyone present in the meeting. It's my pleasure to provide the grammarian report for the meeting number 99 for the Keynote virtual meet. To start with, I would just like to reiterate the outstanding usages throughout the meeting, although we have got opportunity to listen them again and again, but to just make into your notice, few of them which I can recollect. Crossing red signal with a grace period. This was the start of the way wherein I was like taken aback that yes, this is the meeting wherein I need to be in a jolly mood and can also do my work with the same. I sharp my shoulder. I think so. I was not able to hear the word correctly, the second word, but it was quoted nicely with a proper gesture and said, forget about it. Pretentious, snobbish, resilience, enthusiasm. These were the words which were used correctly and ample amount of time, which were used at the right moment as well. Few of the misusages which I can point out is thank you so much sharing. It should be used better as thank you so much for sharing. And a particular speaker used I will show my virtual background. It should be I will switch the virtual background. It's not my virtual background. And one more instance when we had East needs to understand its problem. It should be East needs to understand their problem in the context of the speaker regarding the speech which he was having and not the world's problem. At last, I would also like to add few of the quotes and sayings which were used throughout the meeting. Voice of the voiceless, somewhere in the third world, you name it, we are there. The definite and quite sharp quotes which were used, which were like providing goosebumps while listening to the speaker. And at last, some sayings like aggressive policy maker, and India is called the tiger of the sun. That was all from my side. I had a great time and I wish to be there back again. Over to you, Toastmaster Raj.
Thank you so much, Manjesh. You were on the spot and you pointed out all the good usage and the so-called funny grammatical mistakes, which was intentionally or unintentionally with the flow, it usually comes up. So well noted and well delivered, and you maintained the diplomacy. Round of applause, round of applause. Good job, good job, fantastic. It's happy to see youngsters moving in the right direction. We, the so-called, there's lots to learn from this young generation. Amazing. Okay, now moving on to my general evaluation. Sergeant Arms, come timer, that is Toastmaster Vidya. Perfect start on time, that shows the disciplinary things that has been followed diligently by Keynoters Club. A round of applause. My only suggestion is if you could add up that light on your video on your face, that would be fantastically done. It's amazing to see the beautiful face of Toastmaster Vidya because you are just in the darkness. Though in the darkness, you did your job fantastic.
Madam,
And
Madam, we have one R counter, Aryan. He has been waiting.
Sir, what's the name of the counter?
Aryan.
Oh, the third speaker.
No. He is different. He is different. Both are Toastmaster, both are Aryan, both in two different roles.
Okay. Sir, I will come back to him because I kept that flow here. Moving on to the president, as I mentioned earlier in my round robin session, round of applause. He is a senior Toastmaster, a dedicated Toastmaster who is here to, we need to learn from him, and he is there to guide all of us. Indeed, laconic president, I must say. Round of applause. One suggestion for presidential address basically is we were some guests in, I mean, today, luckily, I don't think we had any guests, but at least a few slides on the basic information of TMI, it would add a much different approach, even for youngsters like me, who is being the president for the first time. It would be a great way to, how to make the cut short that presidential address into a minimized one, including the TMI briefing, how many clubs are there and how many areas and which area we belong, for the general information sake. Otherwise, you did a fantastic job. You took care of all the guests and kept the meeting rolling without any missing. Moving on to the R counter. Actually, R counter is actually I myself I don't appreciate this role. Actually, I feel that, but yes, there is always learning, and yes, we need to avoid those unwanted sounds and the unwanted repeated words as such. So to hear the report, we have Toastmaster Arya. Can I have Toastmaster Arya?
Yeah, thank you so much. And it's fine. The feelings are mutually when I don't appreciate this role, but I guess it's important for us to know where we are lacking. Fine, then I'll start with my report, and I apologize if my report is not very laconic to you guys, but I feel it is important. Fine, so I'll start with Toastmasters and Anjay. Again, I apologize, I can't see DTMs here, so if I say a DTM as TM, please. Okay, so Toastmasters Dhananjay had 9 hours and 1 repetition. Next, we move on to our president, distinguished Toastmaster Anudata. He had 2 hours and 1 small pause. Brilliant. I guess that's an awesome performance. Our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, she had 9 hours, 2 ums. Okay. Then we have our T-Mod. T-Mod had 3 hours, 1 1 and, 1 so, 2 small pauses, 1 long pause, and 1 word elongation. Okay, again, when I say pauses, I don't mean the pause which you put intentionally. I put in the pauses which were not required. Okay, next is soon to be TTM, Toastmaster Vartha, and she lives up to her reputation. She had 1 ah and 2 long pauses. That's it. So awesome job. Next, we have Rija. She had 2 hours, 1 and 1 word elongation. We had Toastmaster Vidya with more than 10 hours. So usually when it reaches 10, I stop counting. It is something you should work on. Next up, we have Toastmaster Lakshmi. Brilliant. Again, 2 hours, 1 and 1. That's the sound which we use. It's a filler word. Next, we have Harris. He had 3 hours. That's it, 3 hours. Again, we had, okay, so this time, is he still in the meeting? So he's not in the meeting. Actually, we usually had a friend with the same spelling. We used to pronounce him as Jose. Jose. I wish to ask him, yeah, Jose, that J is pronounced as H. I wish I could ask him, he's not here, fine. But he had 6 hours, 2 pauses, and 1 special field word called I mean. Yeah, he used I mean. So there are few kind of speakers who use a very unique filler word. It's still a filler word. I'm sorry if I'm being very heartless with my report, but I believe it's great for our improvement. Then we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Manjeesh. He had 3 hours. That's it. Speaker Jolly. She had 2 repetitions, 1 one and 3 so's. And our table topics master, Miss Samia, she had 4 hours, 1 so. And that ends my report. I believe the favorite filler word of this meeting was ah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
A round of applause, round of applause. What a great listener was Toastmaster Aryan, who again diligently did his grammarian report and did justice to that role within that 1 minute of his assigned time. Overall, fantastic meeting, diligently conducted, and started on time. And it's actually, I mean, and is not a filler word. I'm just trying to add up things here. So Keynoters Club actually really has seasoned members who had given their heart and soul for this successful meeting. And with this, I wish all the very best for your 100th meeting, indeed a milestone meeting. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Murali sir, for giving me this opportunity and making me a confident speaker in front of the seasoned Toastmasters Club, that is Keynoters Club. Over to you. Oh, TM Modi, I missed you. One sentence of TM Modi. I think I mentioned, right, in my general evaluative report. Yeah. Then all the very best. And back to you, TM Modi, Toastmaster Nilu.
Please keep applaud going on. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evaluation. And I was talking about funny bones in me. So I want to share a small incident with you all. I love driving. And when I was in school, I used to ride bicycle. And from that time, I loved driving a lot. So when I was in Delhi, I started learning scooty in morning at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. I used to ride by scooty and sing a song, Abhi jinda hu to ji lene do. And all of a sudden, whenever I saw some big vehicle or truck or a car coming in front of me, I lose my balance. My bag would be there, scooty would be there, and I would somewhat air. Many a times I saved myself by the sensibility of other drivers. But I was not lucky all the time. And one fine day, a lady hit my scooty from back and I got 15 stitches on my head. Well, few years I left driving, but recently I started learning car. In this month, it has come, I completed 1 year. Few weeks before, I went to VLCC for some makeup, as you know, I'm not very much pretty, but I had to put some makeup to look presentable. So I went to VLCC and in Tucson with full swag, there was loud music in my car and I went throughout so nicely and wow, I was in a very good mood and state. But when I was going to park, obviously I already mentioned the voice was loud. In parking a lot, from my left, they're asking me, please see left, please see left. But why I will see left? I was going in my full swag and from left, I crushed the left side car vigorously and the end was mess. Both of the car were in service center. That's the funniest thing. And just now, yesterday, before yesterday only, I received my car back. So I will share more funniest thing of my life. But for that, you have to wait for my next demonstration or my next prepared speech section. So then hope you all enjoyed. And now this is the time for our very own president, DTM Anandatha V. Murli. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please, all of you can give a big applause to our Toastmaster of the day. And I would propose for 5 minutes extension of this meeting. Can someone, member of the Keynoter, second this motion? Yeah, members. Hello?
I second.
No, member of the Keynoters, please, I'm proposing 5 minutes of this because we are already late. Can someone second the motion?
Yes, I second, I Varada second this motion.
Thank you very much. I really thank each and every role player for having come forward, because in the morning, it was all blank at agenda except with 2 speakers, but we got all the role players thereafter. Thanks a lot, first of all, to our Toastmaster of the day, Nilu Sharma, and all the evaluators and everyone. 1 minute, Lakshmi Garu, you have to wait for a minute. And I got the votes for the best speaker. Unfortunately, all the 3 speakers are qualified and there is a tie, and I don't want to put my tiebreaker vote. All the 3 speakers are the winners. So we appreciate everyone, and all of them have given a great message. One, DTM Varada, Toastmaster Varada is now called Distinguished Toastmaster Varada. We have Toastmaster Aryan completing his level 2, and Toastmaster Jolly did a great job, and we learned a lot. Coming to the table topics, can I request everybody, just for, if you don't mind, can you open your cameras? Because I want to communicate with you some good news. And especially the good news goes to our Ayu Bhavan. I see something in you, Toastmaster Dhananjaya, for being the best table topics master. All the way from India, that too from capital Delhi, we have the best evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Can you open your camera, Lakshmi? I know it's 10:30, but still we want to appreciate you for doing a great job. Thank you, Lakshmi. And we have a best role player award also. Please send a small message. By the way, all your certificates will be sent directly to you, because our VP Education is not here today, is officially busy. So I have taken over. This is the first time I'm doing this show on a full-time basis. Otherwise, he is the best Zoom master, typing master, certificate master, everything. I wanted to tell one thing. Our Jolie is not there, but Jose, you are our evaluator. Just to tell you that speech, she has to give the objective of her speech. That speech, there is no objective given by the Toastmaster International. The speaker has to mention what is the speech objective, and on that, you have to observe, or rather follow it up. It's okay, just want to tell you. And we learned a lot from this. I wanted to thank everybody. I officially close this meeting, but don't leave. I would like to have feedback. I would like to have from my brother Ashim Alim. Since the time you came, how did you feel the meeting was?
Thank you, President Murli Manohar. I actually came to support and cheer for Toastmaster Varada, who's giving her milestone speech today. And I think it's important that we come and support. And that's why here I was a little late getting in from work. But as soon as I reached, the first thing I did was jump onto my phone and watch whatever I could. So I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate soon to be, or rather soon to be, DTM Varata on achieving this great milestone, and I wish her all the best for her journey. It's my first time here, President Murli, and I enjoyed the meeting, or whatever I could see of the meeting. Was fun. I thought all the got to hear some good new speakers come up with some really brilliant reports from what I could see, and some really good evaluations as well. So I think it's a fantastic meeting that you all had. I wish I could have been a part of it a little earlier, but well, with whatever I could, I'm very happy to have been here and spend this evening with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Toastmaster Jose Felix. Your feedback.
Okay. I mean, I think this is supposedly my first evaluation. I'm very happy that this happened here.
Great. Great.
Thanks so much. I think, I mean, the meeting is pretty well organized. It's pretty difficult to get people from different part of the world. I mean, I think full props to Varata for being awake and doing a speech. And rest of the people, I think it's very difficult to get people to attend meeting. I mean, so getting people to attend meeting on a personal capacity is more difficult. So I think from that perspective, the fabulous job, and the quality of content is pretty high, in my opinion. Although, I mean, some of the speeches, I think, I mean, the club that I'm part of, politics and, some topics are kind of banned. So the speeches are beyond politics in the club that I'm part of. But I think, I mean, there were some speeches where I've kind of, noticed some tones of propaganda. So, and again, I mean, things that are restricted to one country, when you have so many people participating from multiple different countries, I mean, may not work well. So, I mean, that is possibly my only other feedback, apart from all the good work that you've done. It's fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will just comment on that. This is his project was about leadership, nothing about politics, because he was just sharing about the Indian diplomacy. There was no, because before he gave the speech title to me, I asked him. So there is nothing about it, which is reasonable. And the Nanjay, your feedback.
Yes, Toastmaster for the
Are you, or is it my district?
This is the greatest honor I've received. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. So I think this is the greatest honor that I have received in Toastmasters. I mean, to evaluate DTM project, I think thank you so much, Toastmaster Varada, for giving me that wonderful opportunity. I'm so grateful for that. I hope you will give an evaluation on my evaluation, and my mentor is also there to TTM Hashim. I will expect the evaluation from both of you. So I enjoyed a lot, and quality content, quality speeches, quality evaluations, very well structured. Love.
Thank you, Dhananjay. Can we have Aryan, the engineering student from Hyderabad? Your feedback on how the meeting was? How did you like it?
I enjoyed it. This is my first time I have done a meeting in a foreign club, and honestly, this couldn't have been better to meet so many of DTMs, like the stars of Toastmasters at once. It's an honor. One suggestion I will give you. So in India, what we have as a role is Word Master Grammarian. It's my personal favorite role. So I've heard that here you have Word Master as a different role and Grammarian as a different role. So if you feel like you have less participants, you can actually combine them into one role. It's not a lot of work. I do it and I love it. It's an awesome role. So yeah, this will be one suggestion. Apart from that, it was an awesome meeting. As I said, it's an honor to meet all of you. Actually, you are all legends. I've just started Toastmasters. Thank you so much.
DTM Hashim, he is talking about you. Legend. Okay. We have Toastmaster Lakshmi, one of my most favorite Toastmaster. Your feedback about this meeting?
It's an extraordinary meeting. Of course, it's a brilliant organization. And as you said, that you didn't have any role players in the morning, but you got the house full. That's power of the Toastmasters industry and you as well. Like I could say that when you are there, we follow you wherever you go. And nobody can say no to you. And you're such a wonderful person, and everything will go well for you. And today was fortunate enough to see three different speeches. One was a Kuna Matata, and the other one was a DTM speech, and the third one was about Indian diplomacy. Three different cuisines have been put today for dinner, and I'm overwhelmed. Thank you so much. It was a fabulous session, and look forward to seeing you all again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lakshmi Garu. And just to tell you, on this Saturday, coming Saturday, 4 o'clock evening, Dubai time, I'm doing my fifth DTM project. And four past district directors, past district director Balaji Nagbhushan, past district director Brilliance from District 98, past district director Vanita Rangarajan from Mysore, Karnataka, District 121, and District 20 Distinguished Toastmaster, past district director Mohammed Salim are going to be there as a panel discussion. I'm doing it's going to be my fifth DTM. I'm already in the verge of completing my sixth DTM also. God bless everything. Because for your kind information, DTM Hashim, for last 2 years, I've been only giving speeches, if not twice a day, at least once a day. Every day I'm been giving this thing. And I'm very active in 9 different clubs in 4 different districts and having posts in 6 different clubs. Okay, however, I request all of you, if possible, join and encourage me. I would like to even complete thereafter if there are any other hours. Finally, the final note goes to 2 people. One is the general evaluator and then to the Toastmaster of the day. General evaluator, Rajeshwari. Nimma feedback ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೂ.
Sir, my feedback was already in my evaluation. I was actually blessed to be as a chosen instantly as a general evaluator, and I think this was an opportunity for me to. I've seen myself as a different person today. I think DTM Hasim Ali will agree to this. Yeah, sir, I was so happy, inspired seeing you entering my room. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the and indeed, I'll be happy to be a part of Keynoters as and when there is necessity. And thank you to Murli sir for this amazing opportunity. And I think you'll be the limelight for my DTM journey as well soon.
ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Lots of thanks. And finally, to Amara Bandhu, Kolkata se Toastmaster Nilu Sharma.
Thank you so much, DTM Ananda Murli sir, for giving me this opportunity. Basically, I sleep early, and today I thought it's by 6 p.m. So I calculate in India it would be by 8:30. And I don't know why in agenda I saw it is from 7 p.m. 6:45 p.m. everybody will gather, and by 7 p.m. then I calculate, oh my god, by 9:30 it will start, by 11:30 it will close, and I was in pain. But thank god it was my miscalculation, and awesome experience. And I attended very first time, and I'm very weak speaker, but I don't know how much I bored you all. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So I would love to come again and again. Thank you. Over to you.
Please, thank you very much. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you, Varada, my members, for being here from beginning till the end. And we will end this meeting with a standing ovation to our new distinguished Toastmaster, Her Royal Highness Varada. All of you, please. Congratulations, Varada. Ayu Bhavan, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks. It means a lot. And after all, my Keynoters, it's almost like a baby to me also. So yeah, I'm happy. I delivered my last speech here.
Thank you very much. This note, officially, we close the meeting. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Hashim, for joining. Thank you.